Welcome back to Nine War Chronicles, where we always talk about gods unless we're talking about demons, unless in this case we're talking about sacred stones. And sacred stones are important because most often they're related to a lot of the deities or mythologies or the sacred events that we're talking about. In this case, we're talking about turquoise, which I call the stone of Hathor because she herself was called the mistress of turquoise. And I'll talk about that in another video. But turquoise has some very amazing properties, which is why it's venerated in several belief systems around the world. You will find not only in Kemetic or Egyptian beliefs, it was a very important stone, but we also see its importance reflected in a lot of Native American cultures. Going way back, they valued turquoise, and it has properties that make it truly worthy. Specifically, a lot of healing properties, some of which I'm going to review with you now. I don't know if you knew this, but in terms of like handling animals, animal husbandry, if you put turquoise in a manger with horses, the animals will not suffer from heat or cold. Any person touching this stone, turquoise, is going to be resistant from being poisoned, and in fact, turquoise will change color when poison is present. This stone is said to be able to make your eyesight clearer and stronger. It is also a good cure for dropsies and diarrhea. It also enlivens the soul and facilitates birth, which is why it's linked to a lot of deities like Hathor, who is again was a mother figure in her cow form. It's also said that anyone who is wearing turquoise will be immune from being murdered and particularly from being drowning. If it's worn in a ring, it gives the bearer good character. Turquoise is also used to make the Saturn Talismans, which gives the owner the capacity to drink copious amounts of wine and other alcohol, but also to live until a ripe old age. If turquoise stones bears the image of a man kneeling while looking upward and holding a piece of cloth, it is then useful for sales and purchases. But it is required that you still have good intent in what you're doing with your selling or your purchasing machinations. If it is used for horses, like I mentioned earlier, it can also protect horses from a number of illnesses. And if a rider is wearing turquoise and is ever thrown from his horse and the horse were to fall on him, that person, male or female, would not be crushed from the horse's weight, protected by the turquoise stone. Turquoise was mined in Kemet and was a very important part of trade and the accumulation of wealth in the lands. It was said to be protected by Hathor, who was called the Lady of Turquoise, in her role as protecting the desert regions. And it was also Sapdu, who was the protector of the eastern border, whose region of protection the mines fell within this specific area. So turquoise is linked to antiquity, some of the oldest cultures who really had good connections with their people and with nature, and turquoise proved to be a very important stone for thousands and thousands of years, and still is. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it and how it relates at least to the Kemetic side of it through these deities, while we know there's other opportunities to talk about other deities who also use in war turquoise for its healing and other magical properties. Thank you again for stopping in at Nine World Chronicles, where apparently now we talk about gods, we talk about demons, and we talk about sacred stones when it's appropriate and linking those together. If you are interested in mythology, please be sure to click that like and subscribe and click that notification button so you'll know whenever new videos drop.